Here we go. Technical difficulties right off the bat. How's everybody doing? You guys all hear me? Looks like we got a couple people already rolling in. Oh, take it. There we go. Rookie mistake number 2. I forgot to mute YouTube. Awesome. Let me take. Hey guys. Hey Josh. How you doing? Mo Flips. Justin Packman. How you doing? Okay, great. Thanks, Misty. Everything's loud and clear. Uniquely me. Hey there. Awesome. Cool. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, I'm just gonna do kind of a little live thing today. My Cowboys are on. I just don't feel like watching these guys today. I don't think it's going to be much of a game. So I got a couple things that I'm going to take and get packed and shipped up. I invited some people to take and join me if they wanted to. Just kind of a little continuation of these little live hangouts and what have you. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of packing here real quick, and hopefully maybe a couple people will pop in. And if not, might be a little bit of dead air. But if you guys got some questions or whatever, feel free to throw them at me, and I'll try to get back to you guys. How's your guys' weekend? You guys have some pretty good Saturday sales. I know eBay was offering those coupons yesterday, which is pretty good. Incense Shop. I love that. That's a new name, but I definitely love the name. Oh, Mo Flip said you just sold a Barney VHS. Yeah, actually, you know what? Those Barney VHS tapes actually do pretty well, surprisingly. I know that's kind of it's a little bolo. I've heard some people actually talk about there's certain ones of them actually that do really, really well. And you got to figure most of those aren't on DVD. So a lot of people that, kind of my age with like when my kids grew up and stuff like that, especially my oldest daughter, she used to watch a lot of Barney. So yeah, probably parents that are my age maybe want stuff like that for their kids. But yeah, I don't even think you can get Barney on DVD. Hey, Truth, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Truth says sales have taken off since Wednesday. Love this time of year. Yeah, it's actually been pretty decent. So you're singing one. Yeah, you get that song, man, in your head, and man, you can't get that out. It's kind of like the Baby Shark song. I got a little granddaughter. She's about 2.5, and I don't know if you guys know the Baby Shark song or not, but man, you get that in your head, and you will never get it out. And that's why I'm kind of doing this real quick. I want to get some stuff packed up because we got her later on this afternoon, and I'll probably have her most of the day tomorrow. So I'm going to try and do a sales update right after I log out of here. But I just figured, I'm going to pack up a couple things. I think I got about 5 sales from the time I went, got off last night till this morning. So and Poshmark's been on fire this morning. I've already had 2 sales over there for just over $100. So sold a couple of really nice items over there. And but we're great for the cool, Misty. He says your sales are great for a new seller, almost 3 months. That's awesome. It's definitely good as a new seller when you're having a positive experience for sure. Okay, you do books on Amazon, Piper John. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about getting back into either doing books or doing something back on Amazon. It's just like it's one of those things, and I'm sure you guys heard me talking a couple of these hangouts. Books are so slow. Well, they're just not slow, but they're just boring. I mean, there's great money in books, but man, for me, they're just boring. But it may be an avenue that I may have to really start pursuing here pretty soon because, man, I'm telling you, in my local area, the local game is just the resellers have really, really picked up. I went out to Menards this morning. And some of you guys may not know what Menards is, but Menards is basically like a Home Depot or Lowe's. They're mostly kind of Midwesty area. I don't think they're maybe out on the coast. I'm not sure. I know they're not all over the United States, but anyway, I ran to Menards this morning, had to go get a couple things. And one of the guys I actually work with was he was already at the thrift. Goodwill opens at 10 o'clock, and I think I cruised by there about 10:15, and he was already in there. And another one of my buddies I work with said this guy was about an hour away from me for 3 days in a row last week, thrifting. So he's got the bug bad. So, and he does clothes and video games and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, he's definitely out there. Plus probably, all the other ones. Plus today's Sunday, so it's color change. But yeah, I had to take and I had to go get a couple things for the house. Like I said, I'm just trying to get myself ahead before before the grandkids get here, and I may have the other one today too. I'm not sure. Yeah, so tomorrow could be really, really interesting. I'm getting old, man. Them little kids, man, they really wear me out for sure. All right, let's see what else we've got in here, and then I'm gonna kind of start working. I thought maybe Craig Landshark Picker may pop in here. I'm not sure. I know Mike at Newfound Pass won't. Usually Sundays his thrifting day. I think Ronnie Hart, he was watching football, so we'll see. And like I said, I just really didn't care about football today. And even though my Cowboys are on, this game really doesn't really mean a whole lot. So, and they're playing the Colts, so awesome. Food Forest Permaculture. That's a new name. How you doing there? A lot of you guys sound like most of you guys had some pretty good sales this weekend so far. I think eBay sent on another coupon this morning as well. I thought I got one on my phone here. I'm not 100% sure, but I thought they sent another notice out this morning. So hopefully they're doing another offer today. So maybe that'll help some of you guys. I know I ended up selling all three of my Polaroids yesterday. I know you guys heard me probably talk a couple. I think it was last week. I picked up 3 Polaroids. I found 3 of them at my Goodwill. I paid $288 a piece. I bundled them all together, assuming Retrospect was going to snatch them all up. I even priced them a little lower than because they pay $28 free ship. Basically they just have a $28 max buy price. I actually priced them under that because I figured, I'm gonna be able to put them all 3 in one box anyway. I did the listing for 3 days, which I always do with my Polaroids. And like I said, Retrospect always buys these things usually within about 30 minutes. But for whatever reason, they didn't want the 2 rainbow stripe cameras. So, in which one was like this, the little black rainbow stripe, and then the other one was I had the white. This is, I believe, the CX70. Oh, sweet, got another sale. Sounds like. But anyway, so those there sold last night. But I listed the One Touch 600. I think I had a Sun 600 or One Touch 600. That was the third one that I did in that bundle. After it ran the 3-day course, I had a feeling they may not take them all. So what I did is I took all the photos, all angles of all the cameras, just in case this was going to happen, just to be ahead of myself. The items didn't sell. So as soon as that ended yesterday morning, while I was just kind of having my coffee and getting myself kind of moving, I listed all 3 cameras. The Sun 600 sold in about 30 minutes as soon as it went live to Retrospect. Right away, they bought that one. And then the other 2 sold last night. So, I mean, all 3 of them still sold yesterday. And I actually got more. Well, the one I got more money for than I would have on Retrospect. I think with the shipping, the one went for about 35 or 36 bucks. That was the white one, and then the black one went for a little less because it had and I don't know how well you can see this, but the lens on there, there's a rubber eyepiece that goes around here that was missing. But this one still sold for like bucks plus shipping. So, I still made some pretty decent money on that. I mean, even with the shipping, that was still around $24. So not too bad. So I still did really well, and all 3 cameras still sold in a day. So I was pretty happy with that. Hey, Glenn, how you doing, buddy? Cool. Let's see what I sold here. Hopefully it's a good one. Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's actually not bad. Not crazy, I guess. Just sold a Brooks Brothers jacket for 30 bucks plus shipping. So not a crazy sale. I am running a 10% off an entire store-wide sale. I did that for today and yesterday. So hopefully I just figured there'll be a lot of people online doing some purchases. So just sold that. So super happy. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna get to packing. So you guys, if you guys got any questions, I'll try and keep an eye on the chat and stuff like that, and I'll kind of talk to you guys while I'm packing up some of this stuff. But I want to get a couple of these things out real quick this morning, and like I said, and hopefully I can do a sales update video. I'm a couple weeks behind on that, and obviously with Christmas and stuff like that coming, it's probably going to be a while before I get another one, and I really don't want to have to do like a month-long one. So, yeah, I got to take and find where I have this located. Usually it shows up right away. You guys put your bin I don't know if you guys use bin location. Okay, there it is. if you guys use bin locations or anything like that in your on the custom label field. I think that's awesome for especially trying to find inventory. I can use my phone. I can find inventory super quick that way. Just one of the things I do. So yeah, it looks like that's in G1. So I'll go over there and go scoop that up. And looks like I paid $5.99 for that. So not a home run by any means. Awesome. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Well, I gotta do just a little bit of work. Like I said, I was only planning on probably being on here for about an hour. We'll just kind of see how it plays out. If somebody else pops in, I might be on just a tad longer, but I gotta definitely get a couple things done today. Hey, Thrifty Santa, how you doing, buddy? You doing, Barry? I was just talking about you the other day. He flips. We were talking. I told him. I said, you know what? I go. I think honestly, you were like one of the cool. You have like one of the coolest reseller handles, names, whatever, because it is kind of it ties in with what you do and stuff like that. So I definitely thought that was just I don't know, just the whole thing with with you and everything like that is really really awesome. Hey Larry, actually just I got your message on. I think you just sent me a message here a little bit ago. I'll just answer you now instead of sending you a thing. I think you just commented on a video or something like that. I can't, if I remember right. Let me pull this up here real fast. Okay, yeah. It says, "Hey Andy, looks like you do a lot of shirts. I'm thinking about getting into them." Yeah, definitely, Larry. If you do, I don't know if you sell on Poshmark, but definitely, definitely get on Poshmark. There's good money on it. I just sent a message to Justin, yeah, RVA Flips. I was just telling him this morning. I said, I was just kind of telling him, and I gave him an kind of an idea why I like Poshmark so much, just because of the overall money. This is an item that just sold over on Poshmark. I mean, it's nothing crazy, just a basic Tommy Bahama. Just a regular Hawaiian shirt, nothing crazy. I had this listed on eBay. I sent Justin a screenshot for 25 bucks free shipping. This sold on Poshmark for $42 and the buyer paid shipping. No shipping discounts, no nothing. That's almost, I mean, that's huge. That's about a 40% difference, eBay to Poshmark. And, people complain about that 20%, Poshmark charges 20%. Well, eBay charges 13. But I got a 40% difference on this item. You guys do the math. Where was the better place to sell this item? Same thing with right behind me. This hat here just sold over on Poshmark this morning, 60 bucks. I just posted this on my Instagram. I don't know. You guys can go over there. It's vintage, Michigan 400. Snapback. It just went for $60 on Poshmark. So, yeah. Hey, no problem, Larry. Michelle Lathan says she finally got the draft feature on Poshmark. Oh, awesome. That must be a new feature that they have on there. I didn't even know that they did that yet. I don't do drafts. It's just something I don't do. Okay, I can't say I don't do that, but I do them very, very rarely. About the only time an item ever goes to draft is if I will do it all up and then it's like I had a photo that didn't turn out or I was missing a measurement or something like that. Then I will just say I'll have the whole thing done and I'll just save that to draft. But otherwise, I never do drafts. I know a lot of people do it that way. I just pretty much list my stuff as I go, just how I do it. But yeah, a lot of people do drafts, so yeah, nothing wrong with it for sure. And yeah, I may have to check that out because it may be something that might be useful. But typically when I do put anything on Poshmark, I have everything already on eBay, and so everything's already all online. So I don't even have to order everything. Gets I would say 99.5 items, clothing and accessories are on eBay are all on Poshmark. So I have I have a couple items on Poshmark that I do not have on eBay, and I have a couple items on eBay that I do not have on Poshmark. I had certain reasons that I did them that way, but kind of is what it is. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, Tommy. It's almost I would say I don't know if it's more expensive, but I would say it's probably closer to a wash. Tommy said eBay is way more expensive when you add in a store fee, shipping, promoted listings, etc. Yeah, depending on what percentages you're using, yeah, it could be. Me, when I do promoted listings, I think I have everything on a promoted listing as well, but I think I have it at like 1%. So it's just basically, just so I get that double listing. So, every single item I have out there actually has two listings show up. So for 1% of whatever the sale price is, totally worth it to me. I typically don't run sales. I ran a sale last week, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'm running one this week just for 10%, just to move some items. And I figure it's Christmas, so you know what I mean. But I'm not slashing inventory, prices and inventory by any means. So, I'm not in the business to give all my stuff away. I actually just had an item that I've had in my inventory for over 2.5 years just sold the other day. But it happened to be one of those items that I completely forgot about. It was on a good till canceled. Something I don't typically do is good till canceled. Actually, hardly ever. So I just had completely forgot about it. And I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like doing good till canceled, because or not good till, yeah. Because sometimes you're just kind of out of sight, out of mind. When you refresh them every 30 days, do the sell similar, you see those items every 30 days. Then you kind of remember them. You're like, oh, yeah, hey, I still got that. Plus, the way I do my things, because I use that custom label SKU, I actually put the listing date in my custom label field. So the very first thing on my custom label field is listed. It says it'll have the date. Then I have my bin location, the price I paid for the item, and then I will have where I purchased it. So if it was Goodwill, Salvation Army, garage sale, whatever, I just use a little code. Like for Goodwill, I just use GWSA. If I bought at a garage sale, I use GS for garage sale. If I got it off Facebook Marketplace, I'll put FB for Facebook, just so I know where it's purchased. So when I'm doing my spreadsheets later and stuff like that, I can key all that information in, and it's all right there. Just kind of how I do it. MoFlips asks, does Posh use PayPal? No, it just goes directly to your to whatever account you set up. So mine goes right to my checking account, which and they will also issue you a check. If you would like, you can actually request a check, and they will mail you a check. I never do that. I just, whenever I need a couple bucks, I just hit, transfer, just kind of like what you do with PayPal, but it dumps right into my checking account. Sometimes it takes, like with PayPal, it usually is like next business day. Occasionally on Poshmark, it's been like sometimes it's 2 days. I've had it take 3 days. I've also had it go next day. It just really, I guess if you're one of those people where you're hanging on the edge all the time, and maybe you're living, check to check, or it's like, hey man, I need $300 and I need it now, and you got $300 in your Poshmark, you may not get it that next day. Where like PayPal, you can link your debit card, you can do you could get it immediately. I think they take like 1% or something like that. But PayPal's always there next day or next business day, so that's not like a big deal. But yeah, pretty much for me, I use my Poshmark as a savings account. I just pretty much just let my money just sit there, and it's just been kind of growing. It's been kind of nice that I'm not touching that, and that's it's definitely building. I was talking about that the other day a little bit. That yeah, I kind of want to kind of using that more as just a straight savings account. Hopefully, I can have enough in there, because I know typically about what I pay yearly for taxes. Once I get to that amount, that'll be kind of nice. And if I have that there, then I'm not actually even setting that aside out of my regular PayPal money and my other stuff. Because, typically, you guys should be setting money aside, for taxes and stuff like that. So Drew says you only do 30 days. The way you can change what's not working. Yeah, correct. And that's something sometimes too. If I've had an item up and I notice, okay, it's been up for 6 months, I got to start kind of reevaluating, why has this item been up for 6 months, depending on what the item is. You do this long enough, you start kind of figuring out what items move in or a kind of a time frame on how quick something should kind of be moving. So yeah, 6 months, depending on an item. Yeah, I'm definitely, I start asking questions, or I'll go back in and look. And a lot of times it'll be something silly. It'll be like, I listed as an extra large, but all my fields I have filled in as a large. and just some people just won't, because there's that discrepancy there. They can see it, but they won't send you a message. I get messages every once in a while that's like, hey, this listed as a large, but the photo shows it's an extra large. Which is it? Well, I don't know. What does the photo show? I mean, if I'm buying something, that's pretty much what I'm going off of is the photo, not somebody's words, but just kind of how I do things. But awesome. Yeah, you guys got any other questions for me here, real quick, and then I'm gonna start packing up some of this stuff. So, and then I'll kind of be in and out, and I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves. I figure maybe I might get somebody to pop in here, but it is Sunday, and I figure it's probably about noon, so probably a lot of people are eating. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna make something for dinner or we're just gonna order pizza. So I'm not sure yet. So I know both sets of kids are probably coming over today. So it may just be pizza. I live here in Illinois. I think today it's 41 degrees out, so it's actually not bad. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just go out and go cook something on the grill. Maybe run into town real quick, go grab some little steaks or something like that, and just do some steak. That actually sounds pretty good. I haven't had steak in a little while. All right, you guys in the chat. There's about 35 of you guys in the chat. I'm just gonna ask a question. I ask a lot of people this. Do you guys put? I'm sure most everybody puts a little something on their steak. But God, do you guys use steak sauce? Okay, just do sauce, ketchup, plain. How you guys eat your steak? Because I'm really kind of curious about that. Me personally, I don't use anything on a steak. I look at it this way: if I cook a steak, and if it's cooked right, it doesn't need anything. But I know a lot of people use like A1 or Heinz 57. I'll cringe. There you go, A1, plain, awesome. If someone in here types ketchup, we're no longer friends. I'm just kidding. Barbecue. Who the heck puts barbecue sauce on a steak? That's a new one. Hey, exactly, Tommy. That's exactly how I am, man. Only bad meat needs seasoning, right? Well, maybe seasoning's okay, but yeah, if you're gonna cover it up with a bunch of stuff, yep. There you go, Piper John. Yep, salt, pepper, garlic, no sauce. Awesome. Hey, thrifty 50/50 vet. Yep, season, no sauce. Hey, you guys right up my alley. Yep, good steak. No, okay, you guys are awesome, man. We could definitely hang out, man. We got in this. It's kind of funny. We got in this big discussion at work the other day, and we were all talking about steak, and they all know I love to grill, and there's a lot of other guys that do the same. And one of the guys like, oh yeah, he goes, I love, and I'm like, did you just say you love ketchup on your steak? I go, what is the point? I just did not get the point of that. A couple of us other guys, we all kind of jumped on them. And then so we kind of started asking other people all day, how they eat their steak, how they have it cooked. And kind of the consensus with a lot of the people is most of them that were putting ketchup on their steaks were eating steaks well done. And I'm like, no wonder why you guys are eating ketchup on it. You guys have cooked the life out of that thing. I'm like, you might as well just be eating hamburger, I mean, and you put ketchup on hamburger. So yeah, A1, I love A1. Oh yeah, I totally agree with you, Tommy. That's my wife. Yeah, she will order. Actually, her go-to steak is porterhouse. She loves porterhouse, but occasionally, if we go out, she'll get a fillet, and then she will sit there and dump A1 all over it. I mean, not off the. She'll just, and I'm like, what did you just do? I mean, you just bought. We just got. I just bought this $45 steak, and you just dumped A1 on it. I go, why didn't you just get a crappy sirloin? A top sirloin or something, and you've done the same thing. You basically did the same thing to that poor piece of meat. I'm a big prime rib guy. I love prime ribs and ribeyes. Man, if you grill a prime rib for me, man, I'm a happy guy. That's for sure. Yeah, and each guy I could drink A1. Yeah, I do love A1. I love A1 on fries. That's my and I don't eat ketchup at all. I'm not a ketchup fan by any means. But yeah, I love A1 on fries or barbecue sauce. But yeah, man, that one totally threw me. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that puts barbecue sauce on a steak. But still definitely better than putting ketchup, man. I'll give the barbecue sauce guy credit over ketchup guy any day. So. Piper John says, in France, if, you could order a steak rare or medium, but if you ask for it well done, they might ask you to leave. Yeah, that's That's pretty much about how my that's about how my wife eats it. She's slowly getting to where I can have a tinge of color. Um, and for me, I eat a steak medium rare, closer to the rare side. But I mean, I could still eat a steak medium, but so it's like impossible for me to cook a steak. Like I got to cook a steak 20 minutes for my wife, and that drives me mentally insane. I can't even get my head around, uh, trying to cook a steak for 20 minutes. I literally put her steak on. I have one side completely cooked. I'll flip it. I'll start it cooking. And then I have to put my steak on. So like my steak, or a lot of times the flame's already down, and stuff like that. But yeah, it drives me absolutely insane. I just go bonkers trying to cook a steak for 20 minutes. I just can't get my head around that. Ooh, A1 Ritz crackers and cheese. That's hey Fritz Pickens. Wow, that's a different one as well. Tracy uniquely me. Would you say now I want steak tonight? Thanks. Hey, no problem, Tracy. Yeah, actually, I think just talking about it, just like we have. Yeah, I'm all ready for steak myself. So yeah, and I totally agree, Mo. I think a lot of people don't know how to, but I mean, everybody's different. Everybody likes it different for sure. It is kind of funny how so many people have different tastes and stuff like that. Hey, Honda Hangouts, how you doing? Yeah, I guess I didn't get your well, I got your question earlier or your comment. Yeah, I've been over 2,500 subs for quite some time. Most all my subscriber base are all pretty much organic. Obviously I've had some shout outs here and there, but I mean most all of them are all pretty organic. And I, I really like that. I appreciate the organic growth. 'Cause, most of you guys, all who are all in here and stuff like that. Um, you guys are all real people. I really really like that. I know there's a lot of people out there, I mean, that are in that 10, 50,000, sub range, but when they put videos out and stuff like that, they're barely cracking 1,000 views or whatever. And I'm like going, I just can't even get my head around that. It's like, how do you have so many subs, but you can't get no one to watch your videos? You guys all are all pretty loyal, and I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, I like being, I mean, I think where I'm at, I'm really happy with where that's at. So, but yeah, I think I've been like I've been definitely been over 2,000 for it's several months. So just growing every day. I gain a couple here or there. I got to give a big shout out to Justin and Mike and and stuff like that because they throw my name out there quite a bit. I know Wade over at Wade's Ventures. Wade's thrown my name a couple times on Instagram, and I've had a couple other people. I mean, every once in a while, throw my name around. I think Greg Valley Picker, he's kind of tossed it around a couple times. So every once in a while, I mean, somebody will throw my name out, which is cool. But I'm definitely not in, definitely not why I do this by any means. So I like to stay kind of humble and small. So I think I can relate to people a lot better that way. Just my opinion. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. He said he guess he never noticed I had ads on there before. Yeah. Had ads on the channel for a while. It's just that a lot of times, we're not doing 5 hour, 3 or 4 hour videos, so you probably notice them because they're a little more regular. Um, hey Scott, how you doing, bud? Hey, I put a link in the I think it was YouTube Flippers if you're in there, if you want to pop in. I was going to take and do some shipping here real quick, but I've been sitting here talking to these cats for a little bit. Yeah, definitely on Hangouts. Editing of yeah, I was probably gonna be doing that a little bit later as well. I was telling these guys, Scott, that yeah, I want to try and get a little bit of shipping done here real quick. I got about 5 things that I want to get done just since last night that I sold overnight, so I want to get them out. Granddaughter's coming over here in a little bit, so I want to try and get a sales update done. I haven't done one of those in a couple weeks, so I want to get in. And I definitely appreciate all you guys. I know there's a lot of you guys. You guys all reach out to me every once in a while, and kind of privately and stuff like that. Or you guys will send me a message. Hey, you did do a sales update this week. I missed those or blah blah blah. And guys, I really really appreciate that. You guys do that, and you guys are all super. And I love doing it. sort of stuff for you. But there's just every once in a while, like I said, I got 90 million other things going on, and especially with working full time and trying to take care of the grandkids every once in a while and helping out, just with family and stuff like that. That always comes last, but I do enjoy doing those, and I do appreciate when you guys reach out and give me a little bit of love that way. So Tommy Bernhard's the way you love all the panic buying today. Yeah, hey, that's awesome, man. Good for you, bud. How many sales have you had today, Tommy? So your store's going nuts. That's not bad, but it could be better. Yeah, awesome. Wow, 13 sales. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to have 13 sales in a day. I don't hit that too often. Wow, from eight to 12. Wow, in 4 hours you've had 13 sales. That's great. Good for you, man. That's kind of yeah, kind of stuff that gives me motivation. How you doing, Scott?
Man, I'm doing good. Hopefully this computer will hang in there. I'm inside today. I decided to keep my kid has the same MacBook that I have, and I decided to keep it, but his screen is broken, so I've been working on getting all my iMovie stuff moved into here.
Yep. Is Scott cutting out for you guys, or is he just cutting out on my end? Yep. I'm not sure. Maybe it might have been me.
It's
I
probably
got a couple things running here. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yep, no problem, bud. Yep. Hey, was Scott cutting in and out? Okay, he was cutting out. Okay, good. Thank you, Tracy. Hey, Mustache, Ansley, how you doing? You said you've only bought one Christmas present so far. Oh man, was it for me? Yeah, we bought a few. It hasn't. I got the wife, and I know she doesn't watch this, so I bought the wife a really nice diamond necklace, with kind of like it was a little gold like kind of pendant, but it has like floating little diamonds on the inside of it and stuff like that. So um, she's been after me. She said she kind of wanted a new necklace, but she also wants a new mattress, and she also wants a new furniture set for the living room. And I figured the necklace was going to be the cheapest route. So it was still a little on the expensive side, but still definitely a lot cheaper than buying a new mattress. Man, I guess I haven't bought a mattress, man, in forever. Yeah, I think she'll really like it. Man, I had no idea mattresses were so stinking expensive. And obviously, furniture, but yeah. So when she told me that she was wanting a new necklace, I figured I could get off a little, and get off cheaper by buying one of those and buying, all new living room furniture, a new mattress. Because I know if we get a new mattress, that she's gonna want a new comforter, she's gonna want a whole new bed set, and then she's gonna want the bedroom painted. And I was like, you know what, that's just gonna be a whole lot of work for me that I just don't want to deal with. So nice. Yeah, actually, I had someone. Hey, Tommy, I actually had someone from Thailand messaging me today on a shirt I put up. They've sent me like three messages already. It's like it wasn't even 2 hours I had it up, and they were already messaging me, want me to give them a deal, and I'm like, no. I just listed this. I'm not throwing deals out yet. You know what I mean? I'll at least I'll let it run its 10. Whenever I do my listings, I always do like a 10-day. I normally list it for 10 days. I do sell similar 10 days, and I do sell similar 10 days, one more run. So basically, I do a 30-day cycle, but I do them all at 10 days, and then I'll put it on 30 days. But yeah, this person's already sent me like three. Every time they send a message, the instead of increasing the amount, they keep decreasing the amount they're offering. So yeah, that tactic is definitely not working in their favor. There he is.
All right, mate. I found an extension for my Wi-Fi. I'd never use it. I'm like, man, let me stick this in the wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they said. Yeah, they were saying it was you that was cutting out. So when he popped out, I said, hey, I said, was that just my end, or was that him? And they said, yeah, uniquely me. I'm Tracy. She was saying that that yeah, you were cutting out. So
Yeah, so I'm plugged into the extension now, so hopefully this room is
oh
supposed to
yeah,
have hard internet in it, but it's currently not giving me any signal, which sucks.
I got you. So you're not in the garage today, huh?
No, I'm going out there shortly, but I'm trying to make this where it works. I was making a video on a Monopoly game. I opened when I'm up, and so the lighting and everything here and having tables is much easier in here than outside. The building's a wreck.
I got you. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know I've had a couple people say stuff to me because you know, normally when I do my videos, I'm always against this back, you know, these doors back here, you know, so no one sees all the chaos that's kind of around. And you know, now that we've been doing these kind of like live hangouts, while I stand and I kind of work and you know do stuff like that, and you know, so you see like some of my chaos and stuff like that. But yeah, we've all got that.
And I try to
So
use
what's your what video or what video you're working on? An RA video or yeah?
no, it's I opened up one of the Millennium Monopoly games and read all the pieces and you know trying to figure out why it's so popular.
Are they still selling pretty well?
They're holding about $40, so I mean you're still the fee discounts ends today, I think.
Yeah. What are you making about $5-6 on them probably?
With the fee discount, you're making 11. I sold
Oh,
them higher.
okay.
I sold them at 59.50. I got in and got out pretty quick.
Right. Yeah. Did you get in on the you got in on the baby sharks too? I was talking about those a little bit earlier. I didn't know if you got in on the baby shark thing or not.
Yeah, I found 7 of them, and I sold. I pulled the first 6 before Amazon came in, and then I sold the last one even with Amazon in because they can't fulfill until after Christmas. So somebody still paid the $45 to get it before Christmas.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, because I was telling these guys I was going to have my little granddaughter. I think I'm going to have both a little later on, but my little one's like 2.5, and we're subject to Barney came up, and I was like, yeah, I go, God, that Barney song is just about as annoying as the Baby Shark song. And I was like, she loves that. And I'm like, oh, no, Baby Shark, we're not listening to that. I'm like, oh, it's horrible. And she got a hold of my, my wife actually got a hold of my thing, and she pulled it up on YouTube. But she wasn't signed out of my thing. So now that thing keeps like showing up, like all these like kids things keep showing up as like suggested videos and stuff like that. And I was like, no, because normally it's always, it's always got reseller stuff I'm interested. And now I keep getting all these like little kids, little things keep popping up, like going, oh, I go, why did you do that? I'm like, you should stick an iPad.
There are thousands of videos of parents taping little kids dancing to the video and all kinds of crazy mess. Oh my God.
It's still all good though.
Yeah. Barney, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, right. Barney. Oh God.
The worst Sometimes one, Jacob got into watching Ed and Eddie. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, I remember my oldest one used to watch that one quite a bit. Yeah, them kids, them Ed and Eddie, them were horrible. This thing is like I can't believe like some people like lose their minds over like Bugs Bunny and crap like that. But it's like going, really? I go, you ever watch like Ed and Eddie or some of the old Ren and Stimpies or some of that stuff was like going, those things are they're pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm trying to transfer a picture over so I can make a thumbnail.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we had the Teletubbies too, Craig. Oh my God, they were irritating.
Oh, yeah, them are terrible.
But if you can find them now, a lot of that older Teletubby stuff is worth big money because they didn't. The same thing with the Wiggles. The Wiggles were the other one.
The Wiggles stuff goes for the Wiggles stuff goes for really good money.
But I feel like I've gotten revenge. I feel like I've gotten revenge on the Wiggles because I've made a lot of money on them.
Yeah, they're yeah. I usually whenever I run across Wiggle stuff, I usually always look it up. I actually found like all four of them in like this big car, little mom and pop charity thrift the other day I seen. But man, they had like $30 on it, and I'm like, and these people don't look anything up. And I'm like, so I go, somebody must have looked this sucker up because it's like, I even asked because a lot of times I can get stuff on the cheap in there because I'll just play dumb. And they all know that I resell, but a lot of times though too, I'll just be like going, I go, is that really $30? Are you sure? And they're like, oh yeah. We over. It's supposed to be $3. And I'm like every once in a while, I'll get some sweet clothing that way because sometimes they'll price some clothing crazy, and I don't know who's pricing some of it, but like you get like the little old ladies that are in there. I'm like, is that really $30? I go, are you sure? And she goes, well, let me go check. And they'll come back like, is $3 okay? And I'm like, yeah, $3 is great. It's horrible. I'm taking advantage of these little old ladies, in the church thrift. But at the same time, though, like I'll overpay for some things as well. I always just tell them to keep it. So it's they're probably getting their money back along the way.
Yeah, but
Hey, Sue Ann.
Most people don't want to realize that how much thrift stores depend on resellers. If they are not reseller friendly, they don't last very long because we just buy so much stuff.
Exactly. I mean, well, even just the guys at my local Goodwill, they told me it's like 60-70, between 60 and 70%. They said, the majority of the people that come in here are all resellers, and you see it when you go in there. Man, I had 2 sales just since I've been on here. Ooh, that was not bad.
Yeah, that's what I've talked to our estate sale lady, the one that runs the company I go to a lot, and she says the same thing. She says, I don't price full market because I realize that how much of my customer base is resellers, and so I need to leave them some meat on the bone if I expect it.
Yeah, if more people would actually take that approach, just be sensible about it, and your market. It's just like with us. We know our market. They need to know and learn their market, and if they price stuff accordingly, I mean, my gosh, they'd be able to move a lot more stuff. We know that they need to make money, but they need to know that we need to make money as well. So, kind of the one hand washing the other sort of deal. I better get them off Poshmark.
Yeah,
it's the only thing about being.
This video is no reselling. It's just sort of just something fun, something different to do.
That's awesome. Those are, those are the good videos, though. I mean, that everybody likes. Just doing something a little different.
All right, I'm tired of this computer breaking up and carrying on. I'm gonna switch computers.
All right.
The bad thing about the screen, the backlight is out, so the camera doesn't work on that on Jacob's. So, but
oh, okay.
I've got my other MacBook sitting right here, so
nice.
I'm gonna turn it on and come in on that one.
Okay. Yeah, so one thing with oh yeah, I gotta get that other one off too. So yeah, just since we've been on here, just sold a pair of shoes, so I gotta get them off of Poshmark, and I gotta get that coat off of Poshmark. So awesome. Yeah, just sold a pair of floor shimes for about $45, so not too bad. Happy with that. Yeah, I love selling shoes, guys. How many of you guys in here all sell shoes? A lot of you guys all sell shoes? Edit. And I'm gonna get this Brooks Brothers coat off of here. I'm sorry, guys. So the only thing, like I said, being kind of cross-posted on the two is, man, trying to stay on top of. Definitely don't want a double sale. I've had that happen a couple, 3 times where I've had items sell almost simultaneously on the 2 platforms, or like it sold on one and then I didn't catch it in time and it sold on the other one. Brooks Brothers coat. Awesome.
I try to use my old PC, but once you start using MacBooks, it's hard to go back.
Yeah, I've never been a Mac person, and I have a feeling if I started kind of getting on it, I'd probably really like it because I know they're supposed to be pretty easy to use. My wife uses all Apple stuff except for obviously our PCs, but she's got an iPad and she has an iPhone. I still use Android. And what have you. But yeah, she really likes it now. That the more and more she uses it, she really likes the Apple stuff. So I don't know if I'll end up converting yet or not. But
yeah, a lot of it is they're like iPhones too. They're just made to work. They're made to do things for you instead of having you have to understand why a PC does this or that. You just tell it to do something and it does it.
Right.
It's more
Yeah,
of a simpler user face for people who are not computer. And I like it because the video editing software, because I can do either one, but the video editing software to me is easier.
Right. Yeah, because what do you use, like iMovie or something like that?
Yeah, I use iMovie, but I'm going to purchase Final Cut Pro X.
Okay.
That's my Christmas.
Now, is that for both, or is that just for Apple?
That's straight Apple.
That's straight Apple. Okay.
Most people who do it on Windows with really good editing do the Adobe's Creative, whatever it is. They have one. I think the difference is they charge you a monthly fee. You buy whereas Final Cut Pro, you buy it and you're done. But you have to add certain stuff to it, whereas the other one you do not.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I use Filmora for most all my stuff, which it's you can do a lot with it, but the only thing I don't like with it is like every log into it, they have like new templates and all sorts of new like and it's like you have to. They're never free. You always have to purchase like all these new add-ons, and it's every time I go in and go edit a video, they have new ones, and it's like, they want you to buy more and more add-ons, and I'm like, I don't need all these add-ons. I just want to edit a stinking video. Why can't you give me these free?
Yeah, I'm
already paying for. I'm already paying for this thing.
Yeah, Final Cut Pro uses that model too, but I mean, they're probably both end up costing the same. You can pay per month, or you can buy add-ons. I mean,
right. Yeah, I'm just cheap. I don't need it to be that fancy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get better at it. I say a lot. I spend the last
Oh my god.
the last 15 minutes editing
out
of my videos.
Oh man, I'm telling you what, Scott, you guys want some entertainment? Go watch some of my first couple 3 videos. That's all they are is they're I used to get beat up so bad. I would have people message me all the time. They're in my comments like, dude, you say like every 30 seconds. And I'm like, they were so horrible. And I mean, and I still drop them once in a while, but oh my gosh, them first videos were absolutely awful.
Yeah,
and I knew, and like I did it so much, and I knew I did it, and I knew they were beating me up for it. I was like even addressing it in the videos. I was like, going, I know I say a lot. I'm really working on it, guys. Please bear with me. I'm trying, but it would just happen, and I'm like, this is horrible.
Yeah, so I cut it out like 8 times. I'm like, did I really say that again? Damn it.
Yeah, I've done that as well. I've been sitting there, you start watching like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said again, and I'm like, I thought I was doing pretty good about that, but yeah, every once in a while. And then I had another one. I just recently I did one, and I got a little beat up for it, and I can't remember. I was saying some phrase over and over again. It wasn't like but I was saying like a phrase. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then a couple people wrote it in the comments, and they would like leave me a comment, and then they were using that little phrase I did in the and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, and then I went back and I watched it, and because I usually don't like rewatch my videos, but occasionally, I will. Or if someone brings something to my attention, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I said that like 6 stinking times in here, and I'm like, what was I thinking? But yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's amazing. You don't realize what you do until you start. Because how many times do you actually listen to yourself, and then once you watch, you're trying to edit a video, all of a sudden you see your own problems. You go, wow.
Yeah, well, and when you're doing it by yourself, you're thinking like the whole time that you're, like when like you got somebody like you and I, we're just sitting here, we can just keep going off of each other. I got the people in the chat, but when I'm doing a video by myself, it's just me and the people in my head, and those people are scary in there sometimes, and we kind of start going back and forth, and I'm like, wait a minute, I probably shouldn't say that, or I should do this differently, and then I just start stumbling over things, or like, oh, where was I going with this, and then then the start coming and everything else, and I'm like, but
yeah, I've had to say,
because
Yeah.
you almost, the more you make videos, you feel the dead space.
Yeah, it's like you feel it coming almost. Yeah.
And you're I don't know if your mind is compensating for it or if the sound, and the only thing that comes out is whatever. If you're an it's I'm like, how about we just say nothing?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody said, "What have you?" LOL.
That was it. What have you? That was it. That was it. What have you? Yeah, I was saying what have you. Oh my gosh. See, these guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I did. I must have dropped. Oh, yeah, and what have you? I must have dropped it probably 6 or 8 times in like a real short video I did. I'm like, so they were leaving me comments of like, and what have you, and I'm like going, oh my god.
But
These guys are crazy.
It's easier to see in others because, like, when you watch Swamp Picker, and
yeah,
he says
and all that.
And all
that. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just everybody has their own
idiot. Right. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Everybody has their own little thing that they do. That's really funny. But yeah, Glenn does that all the time. And that was the first thing I thought of when I did when the happens was like, oh my gosh, I go, I just turned it. Glenn's a good guy. And it made, but yeah, that was the first thing I thought of. Was like, what the heck was I thinking? But I think now like on these like live videos like this, you can go back and edit these like while they're up now, correct? Or like before we couldn't do that, right?
I don't know. I just let them ride to hell with it.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Craig's in. Yeah, Craig Blanchard. Hey Craig. Yeah, because I think he edited a live video the other day. He had an intruder on his live stream. I wasn't sure if he ended up just shutting it down or if he ended up going in and fixing it. But I think you're able to actually edit these now, like live.
An intruder, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, I was trying to figure out how to say this and be politically correct about it. Oh, okay, yes. A lot of Josh said, Craig made a video about how to do that. Awesome. I might have to check that out.
Yeah, I will too. Yeah, if y'all are not sub to Craig, he is.
Yeah, definitely.
He has really decided this year to really push some content and give back and do things. He is really smart for computers and networking and that kind of stuff. So the Landshark Picker, if y'all subscribe.
Yeah, definitely. I'll add a link to his in the thing too when this is all done. I'll definitely do that. I try to kind of do that with these guys. I know I have a couple of them linked down below, but
what is the black case on the table over there?
Uh-oh.
It's an old briefcase. Something I picked up at an estate sale. I hadn't listed yet because I'm a collector. Yeah, I paid. I got this at the second day of an estate sale. It's a briefcase, but the one nice thing about it, it's still got the tags on it. Nobody ever used it, so it's a vintage. Who made this thing? Presto Lock made this thing.
Oh, okay.
So it's got it's some kind of case. Lonnie sold all those cases. I should probably sell this thing, but it's some kind of case. I don't know what it is.
Is it? It's not like a Halliburton or a what's the other one I'm thinking of? Dang it, freaking escapes me right now. Drawing a blank. What are those with them black cases? Those military Pelican case, not Pelican or anything like that, right?
It's something I need to list. That's what it is.
Yeah, there you go.
But there's a computer over there. There's all kinds of. There's a PlayStation 1 over there. There's all kinds of junk over there.
Oh yeah. The mini death pile rooms.
That's everything I left in here because I had planned on while Johnny was having chemo to have to work out of here. So I left some stuff to list in here. And then it's not been as bad as we thought. So I've been outside again.
How's Joni doing?
The worst part of it is she's not gotten sick. She threw up last night for the first time, but that was because she got choked on taking her medicine. It wasn't that.
Sure.
She's had a lot of nausea, but the medicine they've given her has kept it under control. But the big thing is she just wiped out tired. I mean, it absolutely takes everything out of you. and energy level. Because of 4 back surgery, she was not a high energy person anyway, because she had limitations because of 3 of her back surgeries are multi-level fusions. But it's hard for her even to get out of bed some days.
Yeah, definitely.
Friday, she went with her sister for 4 or 5 hours, and Saturday she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so exhausted, I can't hardly move," and it was most of the day that way.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's good though. I mean, at least that she's getting through it, and hopefully that.
Oh, you meant by the file cabinet? Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't carry guns, do I?
Yeah.
It's the case for my Glock 43. You might need an extra clip. Yeah, I have a.
If you know how to shoot, you only need one.
Yeah, I have one of the gun that I carry the most is a 9mm Glock 43 because it's the small. It's their one they've actually made for concealed carry. So, but I shoot it the worst, which is kind of fun. I shoot the big 45s much better.
More behind a 45. You know you're shooting that thing.
Yeah, and the big frame Springfield I got the big XD. When you shoot 13+1 out of it, yeah, you've shot something.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the last time Jacob and Johnny actually went with us. The last time we went to the range, and I decided to see what would happen if I just as fast as I could pull the trigger on that thing.
Oh my gosh. How was your grouping on that? It probably was all over the place. So I didn't try and do it that fast, or.
Yeah, it was. I hit it, but it was all over the place.
Yeah.
You can read a lot of studies that these guns with larger clips, if you after about the third one, the accuracy gets so bad because most people are you're fighting the recoil, you're staying on target, the excitement, you're not breathing correctly. So that's probably the worst thing you can do is just keep pulling the trigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Craig says you have to hold it sideways, gangster style.
Right. Yeah. Anyone who's ever shot a gun knows, man. Yeah, you aren't shooting a 45 like that accurately. That's funny.
That's why I love living in the South. It's that you can do about what you want to down here. Still, it's if you look at the states with the maps with red and blue, this Alabama is listed as the most conservative state in the union.
Wow.
I think only like 4 or 5 Democrats even won anything on the statewide ballots.
Wow. Yeah, Illinois just got some new gun thing that just supposed to go into effect January. I think it's supposed to be making it even more difficult for. I just seen it come across earlier. I haven't read all of it, but I was like, oh my God. I go, Illinois has got to be hands down one of the worst states to live in. It is absolutely awful. Yeah, I think it's like the second highest tax state. It's horrible.
We're in the bottom. We're in the lower 10 for tax. To get my 5-year concealed carry, I filled out the application online, and then I got a text like 10 days later saying you're approved. Come pick it up.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, it'd probably take months here.
Yeah, I think some states. I think Illinois you have to take a class. I think.
Yeah. You do got to. Yeah. You got to do. You do have to take a class. Yeah. I don't have it, but yeah, there's a couple guys that were talking about it the other day, and that they were thinking about doing it, but yeah, they didn't. They were trying to figure out when and where to go and do this stupid class.
Yeah, Alabama is so conservative that my 18-year-old has a concealed carry permit. The only state in the union that will allow 18-year-olds.
Really, 18-year-olds? Yeah, I was.
Almost no states recognize it. So once he leaves this state, I think Tennessee might be the only one.
Oh, okay. So if he goes out of state, then he can't conceal carry then.
That's correct.
Wow.
But he's in 6 months, he'll be 21 anyway, so it won't really matter.
Yeah. So it won't really be it. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
Ansley, they didn't even require fingerprints here. No
Are you
picture,
serious?
no picture, no fingerprints. I'm telling you, I did it online. I gave them my information online.
Holy cow.
I just went back to the
Man,
state.
yeah, you definitely aren't kidding, man, when you say that they're conservative. They're just like, oh, whatever.
But
wow.
And now there are states that they're called constitutional carry. They allow you to carry without permits.
Wow. That's crazy.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Every redneck and their brother has a gun down here. What the hell are you gonna do?
Right.
I mean,
there's a lot of people here. I mean, there's a lot of people here, all that, they have guns here as well.
I grew up in North Carolina. I grew up in rural North Carolina and in the 80s, and I had all kinds of friends who had trucks, would go hunting after school. So they got gun racks with guns in their trucks. Nobody ever did, man.
Yep. Yeah, so we got a lot of farms and stuff like that all around us. So, it was kind of a big farming type community. And yeah, all the farm kids always had guns and, all that sort of stuff. That was always real big in our area.
Yeah, I think for my 10th birthday, 11th birthday, I got a 12 gauge for Christmas. I mean, it was just growing up in the 80s. It was just what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, Landshark said, it was the same here in the 80s. Yep.
Jimmy Van said he always has guns in his truck in high school. Yeah, it's amazing how we've decided to put more laws to try to control it, and it's made it worse. It's awesome.
Right. Well, and that's and they enact all them laws and and all that stuff, and the laws are only for the honest people anyway. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like putting a lock on your door. Locks don't mean crap. I mean, they're only good for an honest person. It's like, oh, okay, they locked it. If I want your stuff, I'm gonna get your stuff. Well, I don't care what laws you put in. You know what I'm saying? That's how people think, but just government doesn't think that way, man, and I don't know why.
Because they're dealing in trading your security, your freedom for security is what they're
right.
Right. By years, accurate locks are definitely for honest people. That person who might think about it and go, oh wait, it's locked, I'm out of here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, yep. I really want that guy's TV, but he locked his door. Crap.
I mean, move along. You and go, oh wait a minute, they locked the door. I can't do it now.
yeah. That's exactly how I look at it. Yeah, it's just like it just baffles me, and you see people, talk about that, and they're not, and you watch CNN or Fox or whatever platform it is that support. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't believe the stuff that these people say. It's like there's no common sense behind any of the stuff that they throw out there.
Nah, the death of common sense. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm put this little video up, and then for fun, and then I got to go work on Amazon shipment outside. I've got 6 boxes full of crap that just needs to be out of my way.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, like I said, I was just going to get on here for about an hour. I was just going to pack up a bunch of stuff that just sold last night and a couple of things that's already sold this morning. I figured, well, I'll get on here for about an hour and talk. And I just threw a link out real quick in our little group, and I didn't know if anyone was going to pop in, but then I figured I'll just hand it off to one of you cats if you guys want to do it. These guys are also great. I mean, my gosh, we got 55, 56 people that are in here, and I mean, and it's always like it's pretty much the same group. They all pop in and out, and these people are so supportive. Of our nonsense. I mean, for the most part. But yeah, I mean, I really, really like doing like this sort of thing now. And I know I get a lot of people who used to kind of, messages like, I wish you do more live stuff. You should do more live stuff. And I was like, so, when talking with Justin and this and that, and it's like, okay, well, maybe we'll try and do a little more of that. I mean, weekends work good for me. I mean, obviously I can't do this stuff during the week, but if Mama's gone and stuff like that, yeah, I like coming on here and And now that I've got kind of set up a little different, I can actually do work where before I was just kind of just sitting here talking. But now, like yesterday, I actually did get some stuff done. So I was pretty happy with that. But I definitely I'm going to have to get out of here though now and start getting caught up because I'm running past my time.
Yeah, I had a great day yesterday with 400 on eBay and 1,800 on Amazon. So that was a good day.
Jeez. Yeah, that's it's nothing to sneeze at. That's for sure.
And it's already starting up. I've already sold. I'm over 100 today on eBay, and
yeah,
Amazon was crazy when I.
Yeah, I'm over 100 on eBay and I'm over 100 on Posh already today. So it's not, I mean, it was at noon, 1 o'clock. Yeah, so it's about 1:30. So not too bad. Hopefully hit a few more before the day is over. So
yeah, I'm at eight.
I'm okay with that.
810 on Amazon already, 120 on eBay.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I even sold a vintage snapback hat on Poshmark, which vintage stuff. That's just a platform you normally see for that stuff. But yeah, I did really good with that one. Hey Jimmy, how you doing? Mr. Sadie says, "Hey, did you figure in your gas on all that?"
And the comments I got, I told them it was 700 miles, and they were just so concerned about how much I spent on gas. I'm like,
oh yeah, yeah.
I guess I got they.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, when you throw a number out like that, yeah, and if you don't, for some of these people, yeah, they're so analytical and they hang on they hang on every single word you say, and so yeah, if you say that, yeah, I mean, I made $20 on this, but yeah, I did all this, yeah, but you didn't figure in, your eBay fees and all your gas, and then you stopped and got a cheeseburger, and then you did, so you really only made $4. It's like, really? Is that where we're going with this? Yeah.
700 miles. It was $75 in gas, crew. Because there's big chunks of it. There were long stretches of highway that you're running, at constant speed. So the van will get up and
that Sienna gets really good mileage too, doesn't it?
Normal, it averages 22, but if I'm on a highway, it'll push 24, 25. But
yeah, because one of my buddies had a newer Sienna, and I think he gets a little more than that even, I think. But
I drive too damn
fast. Right.
I look down and I'm running 85 or 88 leading traffic and ain't getting no mileage at 85.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I thought he said he was getting pretty close to 30, and I was like, for a van, I go, that's pretty impressive. He goes, yeah, this thing gets really, really good gas mileage.
Yeah, I wish that would be great.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot to say roll tide to end my video. I'm gonna have to record one more segment.
Uh-oh. You're just gonna have to make like a little clip that you just drop in your videos. You know what I mean? That way they know if you forget, you can just drop it in there. Awesome.
Yeah, my brother actually found some of those baby shark puzzles this morning. He's got a 2-year-old granddaughter, so he bought one for her for Christmas. But
yeah, now were those at the smaller Walmarts as well, or were just randomly?
They were
kind of like
the ones here in town. Not a one of them showed up on Brick Seekers ever even have an inventory. So, and we've got 7 Walmarts.
Oh wow, yeah, because I know like when Shane messaged me that night, you guys were out with looking for the Monopoly stuff. So we have, like in my local town, we have one of like the single door, I guess that's what you call them, the single door Walmarts, the real small ones. And then we have a big super center across town. Because like the one, it doesn't even have grocery. I mean, it's got like milk and bread and stuff. I mean, but it basically has no groceries. It just doesn't have, food. And he's like, hey, he goes, there's a whole bunch of those there. And he goes, go over and go pick them up. And I was like, okay. So, I swung in there, but they were already all gone, or they were in the back or something. I don't know where the heck they were, but they weren't there. So yeah, I didn't know if it was like the smaller, single door Walmarts that had those, or they just happened to be just random.
There was no rhyme or reason, because I picked them up in single doors. I picked them up in big super centers. There was no.
Right. Awesome.
Because The second store I stopped in that had them was in Iuka, Mississippi.
Oh.
I mean, it's just over the line. It's a single door. They've redone the front of it. The Walmart is so old; it's still got parking places up on the front of it. So you pull right up to the Walmart on the curb.
I was at I was out doing some training in one of the it's been a few years ago, but I was in Wisconsin. I was in a town called Tomah, Wisconsin, and they actually is a big Amish community, and they actually had spots to tie your horses and stuff, like like the horse and buggies out at this Walmart. And there's horse crap all over the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, and these were like the full blown Amish, not like the Mennonites, but I mean, no plates, none of that sort of stuff. Yeah, so it'd be funny. You would pull it. I pulled into Walmart one day, and I was running. I did go grab some liquor, or do something, and I was like, "What is going on here?" And then, after I got looking, I was like, "Wow!" It actually literally says like Amish parking, and so yeah, they didn't have like actual stalls. I mean, it was like they were just tied up different. It was just totally, man, it's like going back in time. It was really weird.
Yeah, I pulled into one in Pennsylvania the same way. It had a covered area out at the side of the parking lot, so that all the horses, and
Yep.
it was a big Amish. It was somewhere outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. They had a big Amish community.
Yeah, that was definitely crazy.
And one of the last times I went to Ohio, I went to an Amish community because they had all the signs up warning about the buggies and everything.
Right.
I pulled up to a stop sign, and there was a house off to the side. You can tell which ones were Amish houses. They had the retractable clotheslines that went all the way out and came back.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's neat to see the kind of stuff. Cause if it's not in your area, it's real neat to see that kind of stuff.
It is. Yeah, we have it's really more Mennonite, I guess. It's just south of us, just a little bit, but yeah, you get into the actual Amish communities, and yeah, that's a whole nother thing. It is really cool.
And don't think you can't resell in there, because my buddy John, he had a connection where he was buying all these Amish dresses, and he made a lot of money selling Amish dresses on eBay.
Really? Isn't that crazy?
That was one of his first when he was selling jeans out of the back of a semi trailer. He was doing Amish dresses too.
Wow. Lauren just texted me and said she's drinking. She goes, "I'd join you, but I'm drinking." Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah, her husband's a big into football too, so I'm sure he's watching games drinking.
Oh yeah. Well, are the Vikings playing right now? Was it? I know the Bears and Packers were playing. I know that was a big game that was going on for here. Illinois Bear Packer game is always huge. I know they were playing early. But yeah, I wasn't sure if the Vikings were playing the early game or the late game. Usually they always kind of play off of whatever the Bears and Packers do for some reason.
I just watch college football, so.
Yeah, well, you live in Alabama, so there's really is no football other than college.
Although that new league that's forming, the new pro league is supposed to go in the spring and summer or whatever. Birmingham has a team for that, so.
Really? Oh, that'd be cool.
Got a lot of, they were smart and picked up a lot of Tide players and Auburn players, so that they get some local interest for people to go see former of the college greats.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be really cool.
Somebody says the Vikings are playing. Most said they're playing and winning.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. No. It's typically the Vikings and like the Bears, Packers usually always one of those three teams is always like on the off. It's like the 3 o'clock time slot for whatever reason, or like has the late game typically. Because like on the local channels like here, yeah, they always put either the Bears, Packers, or Vikings on. So usually you get one at the one time and then one at the other time. But yeah, they're never all three like playing at the same time.
Yeah, Minnesota's playing Miami 21-10.5. Detroit is another one of your areas 13-7. And Chicago's up 14-3 on Green Bay.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah, NFL sucks compared to college. Oh, I like both.
Yeah, every
College, you gotta watch the right games in college. I typically always try to either watch like the game of the week, like the Saturday night game, or that one's typically always pretty good. I really thought like the Bama LSU game was going to be an actual real game, and I was even telling, I got a buddy I work with that he's trying to get into college football. He goes, I just never know what games to watch. He's like, well, watch the Bama LSU game. I go, that one's going to be a great game. He comes into work, he goes, that game sucked. He goes, well, depends on what team you root for, but he goes, that was horrible. It's like, yeah, okay, go shoot me.
Yeah, if he wanted excitement, Bama, Georgia for the past couple of years. Every time we play Georgia, it's been crazy. Our quarterback goes down the last two games. Last game, the guy who was benched in the previous game comes in and beats him. the
Right.
backup comes off the bench and beats him for the national championship in overtime. And then the game before that was for the SEC again, and they were driving on us. And a tip pass, their receiver called it at the 7-5. And time run out because they had more timeouts. So if he drops the ball, they get another play. But
man,
you can't tell a receiver not to catch a ball. You know what I mean? That's all they do.
Right. It's just it's in their blood. Yeah.
All right, Craig. You realize we played like the 6th ranked schedule now, so I don't want to hear it. You want to look at some poor schedules? Look at Ohio State. They played nobody. It's ranked like 45 or 48.
Yeah, they were down. Yeah, they're down there. A lot of them Big Ten schools though have pretty weak schedules though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they face the same thing we face. You play in a league that's tougher than most.
Right.
It's hard to schedule that big out of school because at some point you need a game where you can rest.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, all Georgia, that SEC championship game, Georgia, if he drops the ball, they get one more throw from the 5 or the 8 or whatever it was. And that was one of Jacob quit watching football about then. That was one of the last games we watched together. He's like, I was screaming at Carolina. He's like, what? I'm like, they don't have any timeouts. Game's over. And the clock's running down. It was like 8 seconds. I'm like, there's nothing they can do about it.
Oh man. Yeah. What is wrong with Ronnie? College football is a joke.
And then in our chat, he put "Go Celtics" or something. I'm like, really? You're going to say college football?
Yeah, right.
Mention the NBA.
Yeah, I cannot. That's the one sport I cannot watch is NBA basketball. I will watch a little college, but man, yeah, NBA, no way. This is the most. I might as well watch golf. It is so boring.
Yeah, I watch golf and I need a good nap.
Yep.
On Sunday afternoons, I'll go to sleep, fall asleep on the couch, and they're on like the 10th hole. I'll wake up to see who wins. It's awesome.
Yep. Yeah. And I like to golf. Don't get me wrong. I like to golf. I like to play and stuff like that. But yeah, to sit and watch that, no, I'm good.
It's not the same since Tiger. I mean, now that he's back, it's more fun. But I used to love watching him because that he was going to put on a show. He was going to dominate, and he had some.
Right.
He had a lot of personality, and then when he was gone, there was kind of a void. There was kind of just a bunch of guys that look alike, little small, skinny guys who hit the ball a mile. No personality.
Yeah.
There goes $24 more. Woo, woo.
Woo. Mr. Sadie said WWE now there's a real sport. Oh my god. It's definitely fun to watch, that's for sure, but oh my gosh.
But I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret about sports. It's like politics. That you got you got the sports you want, or the team you want, or the side you want, and there's no right or wrong. It's just what you like. It's if you're in the NBA, just because the two of us don't watch it doesn't make it any better or any worse. I hope you enjoy. I hope your team crushes it. I do like watching Golden State because watching the kids shoot from like half court. And Curry, I mean, even he put on a show when he was in college.
Right. Yeah. Curry was. Yeah. He was a stud in college.
I mean, just watching Curry shoot from just anywhere on the court is car
Yeah.
car racing is not a sport. Hey, there's lots of people who are into that, and more power to them.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a whole group of guys at work that do fantasy NASCAR. And I was like, they seriously have fantasy NASCAR? And he goes, oh, yeah, yeah. He goes, you got to get in on it. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm pretty good.
Oh my, fantasy NASCAR.
Yeah. I was like, are you serious? Nick Foley.
And then
Oh
you
my
can
God.
say the sport that most people calls evil, but soccer has got a huge following too. There are lots of people who just
Oh
absolutely.
my gosh. Yeah. Man, yeah, there it is really surprising. Yeah, I mean, my brother-in-law, but he's actually from Singapore, and so that's huge over. I mean, all the people that live in other countries. I mean, soccer's big everywhere but here. You know what I mean? But yeah, and there's a lot of guys I work with that like we'll take in like a lot of people. They schedule Christmas or 4th of July or blah blah blah. They'll all schedule like when the World Cup's on. They're like, oh no, we need off that week for World Cup, and I'm like, are you serious? You guys just get scheduled off for soccer, and they'll just set and Jones on soccer for a whole week, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe people get that into it, but hey, you do you. Yeah, Brian Youngberg Picker says don't mess with soccer. Yeah, both his kids I think are really really good at soccer. Your daughter's really awesome, right, Brian?
Yeah, but she has to go to that pitiful little school down there. I think his daughter's at Clemson. I hope we play Clemson again, Ryan. That'll be a lot of fun.
There you go.
Oh. Michelle Lathan, curling is her jam.
Okay, well, he just got back from Florida for some. Yeah, I thought both your kids were really big in soccer. That's awesome. Did you read Ansley's comment? I lift chocolate bars. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, man, you people that come in here and hang out, you guys are all characters, man.
All right, Brian, you keep thinking
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, here in Illinois, or kind of the area where we live, man. If you play soccer, man, they call all them kids all prairie fairies, man. It's yeah, you don't. There's nobody plays soccer here.
Yeah, we didn't have teams growing up either.
No. Football is always pretty much the big one. Actually, we have a pretty good baseball program here, and honestly, even like girls softball is really really big here.
Yeah, that's amazing how soccer is so big around the rest of the world, and this country has been baseball has been so much more popular.
Right.
Not as lately, it's been football, but through the
Right.
through the 20th century, baseball was so freaking popular.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't even know they had a soccer Hall of Fame.
Hell, they have a NASCAR Hall of Fame for people driving around.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, I totally would get the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I totally get that, but yeah, I didn't know we had a soccer Hall of Fame. That was Ronnie Hart dropping knowledge.
And now he's being told the Soccer Hall of Fame moved to Texas.
That's funny.
Brian, are you lying to us again?
You can't leave Ronnie Hart alone that long. He's gonna be just thinking long. He's gonna be in all sorts of trouble.
It is in Toyota Stadium, Frisco, Texas.
Wow.
So yeah, I looked it up. You can't trust Brian, with those Clemson people in his family tree. So you have to look it up. So it is Frisco, Texas.
I keep hitting Brian up all the time. Brian needs to get on YouTube.
Man, when we went to the reseller rally, I hung out with Brian a lot, man. Such a good dude, man. We had so much fun. And then we're like, we need some Chicago pizza, Brian. What the hell? And,
well, where did he take you?
We ordered, is it Lou Malnato's?
Oh yeah, Lou Malnati's. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, he did you justice then. Lou that's oh man, I love Lou's.
Yeah, that was some really, really good pizza.
Yeah. Yep, that's the one I always Lou Malnati's. Yep, that's the one I always tell everybody. But I got to go about an hour and a half to get it, but it's definitely worth the drive.
I still think I like New York pizza better, but that.
Oh, the thin.
Yeah, it's almost like you're not eating the same thing. There's room in.
No, they're two completely different things. But yeah, some people are really.
Yeah, I'm a big guy. I'll eat them both. It's not.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're like me. It's like when you throw it in front of me, I'm just going to eat it. I don't care what it is. I am not a picky dude by any means.
I've traveled so much over the last 4 years. It's been very interesting to each of the areas you go to find stuff that's.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a pizza place in town that everybody joneses over, and I think it's absolute garbage. And they actually have 3 locations. They have like 2 in my town, and then they have 1 in the next town over. Because I mean, they do very well, but it's honestly, I just think it's absolute garbage. And I always tell all the people like that I work with and this and that, and the ones that when they start, I was like, well, don't you guys ever leave town? I go, there are so many good pizza places within an hour of here. Like, well, but I don't. I'm like, are you serious? I go, why don't you guys ever leave town? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, this is not that good. So whatever. A lot of times, if I go to different places or do, what have you, I'll put a post or I'll send it to some of my buddies and I go, now there's real pizza here. Come here and eat this. I go, we actually went to a place just recently, and I've never been to a place that actually they made their own pepperoni. I've never been to a place that made their own pepperoni. I've been to places that they made their own mozzarella, which I think Lou Malnati's makes their own mozzarella in-house. But they made their own sausage, their own pepperoni. Everything was all done in-house. And I told the guy, I go, everything? And he goes, yep. He goes, we even make our pepperoni. And I'm like, oh, I was like, it was so good.
That was incredible.
Oh man, it was phenomenal.
But I meet a lot of those people around here. It's amazing how many people grow up somewhere and never leave, never travel within more than a couple of hours where they.
Right. Oh man. Yeah, Brian, I am off tomorrow, but unfortunately, I'm going to be stuck watching a couple grandkids. So like I said, I got on here. I was going to just kind of talk to you guys real quick. And I'm going to be babysitting, unfortunately, tomorrow. I'd definitely love to hang out for sure.
Yeah, Nashville is getting, Ansley asked why are they building the soccer stadium? They're getting one of the expansion soccer team for the American League.
Yeah.
They're putting it right on our damn flea market, the assholes. Yeah, so we're losing the Nashville flea market, at least a place for it, because they're gonna build a soccer stadium on the fairgrounds.
Now, how far are you from Nashville, Scott?
About 88 miles.
Oh, that's not bad then at all.
Yeah, I can be there like an hour and 20 minutes.
Right.
It's about the same distance to Birmingham, so we're like kind of right in the middle of Birmingham and Nashville.
Okay. Nice. Put an XFL team. Oh my gosh. I actually just ran across an XFL t-shirt the other day. I almost thought about it was for, oh God, I can't remember the freaking team, like the Orlando Rage or something like that. I can't remember what the team was, but I seen it and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like XFL. I go, that's awesome. Were they in league? Were they together? What, 1 year or was it 2 years?
Was it 2?
I think it might have been 2, but I think it like died. If it was 2, it died that second year.
Only one season, 2001.
Only one. Wow. Land Shark said several years, 2 or 3, I think.
No, that'd be one.
Yeah.
You have to ask the Google. The Google knows everything.
That's right. My wife goes nuts. I ask the Google everything. What was it? I was trying to spell something this morning, and she goes, I don't know. She goes, ask your friend. And I go, who's that? She goes, the Google. I just started laughing, and I was like, all right, smarty. She goes, well, you talk that dang phone more than you do with me. And I'm like, I can't help it. I go, it knows everything.
Yeah, I use the voice stuff every now and then, but man, when I'm hanging out with Harlan, man, Harlan talks to his phone all the time. He uses the speak to voice all the time.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of times I'll just turn the media volume down, and then I'll talk to mine, because I even do that even on the eBay app. I'll just hit the microphone, like, instead of, like, type it, like, if it doesn't have a barcode, or if I just want to, maybe it's like I don't know, it's something longer, and maybe I got my hands full or whatever. I just use a microphone even on the eBay app, and I'm like, hey, Samsung model, HD 2-47, whatever it is. And it's a lot easier than me just trying to type, I got big hands and fat fingers. It's just so much easier than me trying to type that out a lot of times.
Yeah, I have to use my Pixel phone. If I try to use the iPhone, Siri hates my accent. Oh God, that Siri.
It's funny.
Testing 100 printers, that had to be mine.
Okay, I think I missed some questions here. Oh, Ainsley says, y'all, I've never been to the bins. I'm scared. Yeah, depending on how your bins are. I've been about 3-4 times. They're just, I think if I really ever go back, I would just rather go with somebody. I think I'd have more fun, but just by myself, and then it's just too much work for me. Because, everything, I'm kind of like, I watched a video one day, Ronnie's, and he was doing a show with Chad or somebody, and they were talking about bins. And I remember Ronnie, he kind of said one thing. He goes, he really doesn't steam and clean and have to do a lot of stuff to the stuff he buys, because he said he's so picky about what he picks up. And he said, he goes, if you're sourcing better quality stuff, he goes, you don't have to worry about that. And I kind of really adapted that. And when I'm sourcing a lot, I mean, and I do pick up wrinkly stuff from time to time, or I'll get it all wadded in a bag and I forget to take it out when I get home. But yeah, there's a lot of times now, if the stuff's so overly wrinkly or tore up, or even like when I would go to the bins, and it would be just, I was like, you know what, I go, I got to put a bunch of work into this now, and I know I got it for $1 or $2, but it's like, you know what, I'd just rather pay $1 or $2 more, and I don't even have to mess with it. I was like, I can just take it home, throw it on my thing, and be done with it. So it's just kind of one of those time is money sort of things.
I accidentally went to the bins once, reached in, and something was wet. I left.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, the last time I went to the bins was by accident. We were in Austin. That's where she is as well. Harlan and I were just going by the map, and it didn't say anything about outlet or anything. And we pulled in there. We're like, oh my God. We stayed like 5 minutes.
Yeah, the first time I went, that was exactly like, I was like going, because they just built I think the one closest to me is an hour, and it's like in a town called Rockford. And so it's relatively new. It's probably only been there maybe 2-3 years tops. And so I went, and I don't know, it's probably only been there 3-4 months. And when I went in, I was just like, what in the? So I was like, all right. And so I kind of walked around. I had no idea, I mean, I see what people type in chats, and I've watched videos, and and I was like, but still, I was just like, I have no idea what is going on in here. I didn't know how to, just how to deal with everything. And I'm like, okay, this is just not for me. I picked up a couple items, but I was like, I'm out. Well, I was like, okay, I'll give this a chance. I'll go back. Now I at least got an idea how this all works. I went back and I probably stayed an hour and a half, and I got a few things, which I was okay with, but it was like I said, I had to come home and everything's just been wadded in a ball, and it's been in that ball for God knows how long by the time it got there, and then it was just like, what, I got to do a bunch of crap to fix it because I got a really nice like blazer in there, but I ended up having to take it to the dry cleaners because it was just beyond where I'm going to be able to take and make it better. So I ended up spending more money anyway for this stupid thing, getting it cleaned and done. And I was like, what, this is just, I don't know. So I did a third time. And after that is like, I haven't been back. And I was just like, I don't know. I know actually Brian Oldberg Pickett and I, we got together one time and we went and we met in Rockford and we did get to go source them, but we were real I was short on time that day. So we went to a few places and I think Brian, I don't know if Brian actually went to the bins after I had to roll out or not, but yeah, we were kind of talking about it. I was like, well, with him, it's like, oh, that'd be cool. I go, I would go with him because I think it would be fun. And like I said, going with somebody, I think it would be cool, but yeah, just going by myself is definitely not my thing.
No, not fun. Not even with somebody.
Mr. City said his bins are in the hood. Yeah, the Rockford ones are not in the best part of town, but you probably don't want to be in there at night. But during the day, you're all right there. I think the crime rate for Rockford is higher than Chicago. At least the death rate, the murder rate is. It's extremely high.
Yeah, Brian said he found something at the ones in Greensboro. Is that the same one where the lady found the sweater that belonged to who was the football coach? Newt Rockney or somebody or something.
Oh wow.
There was some sweater that I think it was a Notre Dame sweater or something that ended up being worth $50,000 or something.
Holy crap.
I forget It was owned by Vince Lombardi. It was found the ones in Asheville, 58 cents.
Yeah, Brian said he didn't go to the Rockford Bins that day that I was with him, but yeah, he said he's been there 3 or 4 times. It's just not very good. And the bin pickers, I think they're from Indiana, so they've been up here as well. Yeah, they said it's the worst bins that they've been across in the country. Wow. I knew it was kind of sketchy in there, just not best. But man, them guys go all over the place. So for them to say that's pretty strong.
Yes, with somebody with that kind of experience, and I mean, if they say it's awful, it must really be terrible.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, Brian says he's been to the ones in Asheville. That's a good one.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, it's not. I'm definitely not above going, but it's just circumstances got to be right, I think, for me to go back.
I'm above going.
That's funny. Wow, Bears and Packers are tied. Yeah, that's what I thought, Brian. Yeah, the Indy area right there. Yeah, there's 4 like really close. Hey, Glenn. Awesome.
Glenn, we were talking about you earlier. Sorry, buddy.
He's like, oh crap! Now I gotta go back and watch this video. You go spend 2 hours to figure out what they said about me.
It was all good, Glenn. You're solid with us.
Yeah, Glenn's a good dude. Yeah, because Glenn went up to the reseller rally too, didn't he, Scott?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he rode with Lonnie and Candace, I think.
He did.
Man, that would have been a long ride. Good or bad? No, it was good, Glenn. We're just busting your chops, bud.
And while we were busting our own chops.
Yeah, Definitely.
16 hours to in the car.
Yeah, that's man. Yeah, that's kind of like how I am, Piper John. I mean, yeah, you're close to Bins are an hour and a quarter away. Yeah, like for me, that's the same thing. I mean, for me to drive to Rockford to go to the Bins, it's an hour away, but there's so many more thrifts there. So it's just way easier for me to just go hit the thrifts. I'm getting much better quality stuff. I think there's probably in that area. I think there's like 3 or 4 Salvation Armies, two Goodwills, plus some other stuff. So I mean, I'm the amount of time that I would sit in the Bins waiting for them to keep rolling out new stuff and having to fight with everybody. I could hit several thrifts in that amount of time and just be in and out and have, I think, in my opinion, a lot better quality stuff. And like I said, I don't mind paying another dollar or two for. I mean, if I'm getting a button-up shirt, so I'm paying 50 cents at the Bins, but I'm paying $2 or $3 at the. My margins are high enough that I really don't care.
Yeah, I'd rather pay a thrift to hell those Bins.
Yep, that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, there's some weird football scores going on, right? Like Dallas and Indy. You'd think Dallas has been on such a rejuvenation, and all of a sudden they're losing 17-0.
Yeah, I was telling a couple of my buddies at work, we were talking about that, and I'm like going, don't get all excited about Dallas. I go, just because I go, they beat New Orleans, and I said they've had a couple good runs. I go, they're not where you think they are. I go, just trust me, they're not where you guys think they are.
Yeah, and the season is craziness. Now the Browns have won what, 5 games or something? And they're not eliminated from the playoffs yet.
Yep, that's nuts. Lauren just texted me a big giant tub of what she does on little pull tabs. That girl's addicted to those pull tabs. She's like, wish me luck. That's funny.
You work hard, you play hard.
Yep. Nice. I just got a 5-star review or whatever on a pair of Dansko shoes that I sold last week, and the lady gave me my rating, but she goes, they look good, they're comfy, they're the right size, but they're very noisy when I'm walking. I was like, okay, why can't you just said, just leave me 5 stars? I'm happy with that, but apparently they're noisy when she walks in them. What the heck? I love reading comments that people put on some stuff. I sold. I think I was telling Lauren the other day. I sold a new, just a hoodie. It was a brand new. I think it was like a Burton snowboard hoodie, and the guy got it. And he gave me a 3-star review, and it goes, "Could improve." And it was new with tags, and I was like, "What could he have possibly wanted to be better?" I was like, "It was new with tags." So, I packaged it all nice, and so it was like. And Lauren said that she gets that a lot with her stuff too. She goes, you'd be amazed at some of the comments I get on brand new items. And I'm like, yeah, what more do you want? It's freaking new with tags. I mean, I get your comment totally. If it was a used item, okay, cool. I go, maybe there was something I missed. Maybe it just didn't meet your expectations, but brand new, okay. You just can't make some people happy, I guess.
Trying to decide what's going to be for lunch.
Yeah. We were talking earlier, I think before you popped on, we were talking about steak, and I'm thinking about running into town and grabbing some steaks and probably throwing them on the grill.
We're grabbing Mexican with his sister-in-law and brother-in-law tonight, so I know what the dinner is.
Yeah.
And that's at 5 o'clock, so I just need a snack. Where am I at? In my front office. This was the room before I built the garage that had all my I did everything out of, and now that everything's outside, there's nothing here. Other than that table over there full of junk.
Awesome. Time is about 12:15. Jesus, I've already been on here almost 2 hours. I plan on only being on here an hour. I'm already. I'm gonna have to wrap this up, guys. I ran about an hour over. I definitely appreciate Scott for popping in.
You said 12:15.
And I haven't.
It's 2 o'clock.
What's that?
It's 2
Yeah.
o'clock.
Oh, is it two? Okay, it looked like you said. It looked like you said 2:15, and I was like, oh man, I'm like going. I've been on here almost 2 hours, and I'm like, yeah, because I think I got on about 12:20, I think. And it's like, okay, yeah, I was planning on packaging up some stuff, and I got a couple things because I know they're going to start rolling in here pretty soon, and I got to get to the store, so I'm already about an hour behind. So. But anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Scott, definitely thanks for popping in. I'll put Craig Landshark Picker's link in the link below. You guys definitely go check out Craig. Everybody else, but yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. You guys all know Scott, but I'll put a link to Scott's thing in here too. Thanks for hanging out with me today, Scott. But anyway, guys, have a good one. Bye bye. Anything you want to say, Scott?
Roll Tide.
There you go. All right, bye, guys.